Good morning, YouTube. I'm still at Calvary Cemetery. I made a few different videos here so far. I just made a video of the veterans section, which is section 22. This is the section that borders it, section 13. I'm going to get as many videos from here as I possibly can, but I'm obviously not going to be able to get everything today. It's going to have to be spread out over several days. Robert G. McNamee, John McNamee, Ella McNamee, so I obviously probably an Irish last name. So this is section 13. John A. Bullion, or however it's pronounced. Only thing that's kind of sad with some of these older grave sites that some of the original stone and other letters on it unfortunately tend to, get more eroded, over time. But Helen R. Strom, another German last name, Rolf family, R-U-E-L, another German last name. The German heritage here is very prominent in this cemetery. As Ohio, especially the whole western part of the state, and probably many other parts of the state, were all heavily influenced by German Catholics in the early history of the state, mainly, with the canals and other things, and the farming. Marie Riesinger, Mary B. McDonough, Alan McDonough, looks like maybe Thomas Slattery, T-O-H, or Tao Slattery, or T-H-O, then the apostrophe, then the S, Slattery. Yeah, it's hard to read the stone, but it's nice though. Marie Slattery, or Mary Slattery. Dan Slattery. John Slattery. You can see some really old grave sites. This is, a little bit of this is section 14, which I believe is the Calvary Cemetery earthwork, or actually section 21. So some of this might overlap with that shorter video. Martin G. McDonough, Mary O'Donnell, Caroline O'Donnell, John O'Donnell, Mamie Riesinger, John O'Donnell, Mamie, or maybe that's how that's pronounced, Nerwar, Josephine Powers, Mary Fry, Cower family, Edward and Laura, Hockwalt family, Helen, Justin, John Geisler, Elizabeth Krebs, Suckfield family, Aloysius, Albertine Joseph, John Fry, Teresia Fry, Mary G. Powers, Joe Thomas Kennedy, Elizabeth Robbins, It's kind of sad to see this stone broken up like this. It would be great if the cemetery would restore this stone, because it's really sad to see how this is broken apart. I'd be nice to mention that to the office, see if they could get that restored for this family. That would be really wonderful, to restore that stone. But overall, the cemetery is in very good shape and very well taken care of. Ella McWilliams. I mean, that stuff is just going to happen at cemeteries from time to time. When you have old gravestones like this. Rosa Ward. This one is still in good shape yet, despite some of the stone being washed away. But that's going to happen over time. Lizzie Bodeheimer or Bod, I don't. Some of these last names are just really hard to pronounce. That's a German last name. Many throughout here are German, including yours truly. Behind the camera, me, of course. William Fitzpatrick. Marianne Fitzpatrick. Mother Mary E. Clippinger. Daughter Margaret L. Clippinger. Charles Fitzpatrick. Mother Hazel H. Swadner family, another German last name. Anna Horst, another one. Father Peter D. Horst. Gravestone right here up against the tree, beneath the tree trunk. Nothing wrong with that. Grace F. Berg. Frank Anton Berg. Sounds like they're getting ready to cut some grass. Hear a weed whacker over that way. Margaret Graff. Louise G. Suckfield. Adam Suckfield. Joseph Yackley. Matthew McNamara, Joseph McNamara, John McNamara, Mary A. Shaw, Anna Elizabeth Skoll, more German last name, Skoll, Clarence J. Schramm, Gertrude Schramm. So you can really, Heim, Albert, and Josephine, so you can really see the German heritage and its prominence in this part of Ohio. Margaret A. Ryan, Mary C. Ryan, Gertrude Ryan, Father Michael Madigan, or Madigan, Catherine, daughter, I'm not sure the last, I'm not going to bother to get the rest of my shoes dirty to uncover that. Vogler family, Vogler, another German last name. McGlynn family, Irish name. Winfred. Jeremiah McGlynn. Sophia Vogler, another German last name. Charles Vogler, Michael Madigan Jr., Ellen C. Ryan, Lieutenant J. Ryan, 1st Battalion, Ohio. David Ryan. It's really sad to see this right here. I hope there's some way the cemetery could please restore these stones that need to be restored, and you know, give this justice. I really hate to focus on that, but that's really heartbreaking to see that. Charles E. Fultz, Mary Ida Fultz, Peter Fultz, Father Louis E. Fultz. There's some of the section I'm covering right here. The fence line video I made a couple weeks ago but last week was right on the other side of that fence right there. Lennox family, Eleanor, Dora Stuck, Thomas Mullen, Josephine Mullen, Webster family, Catherine, and looks like Lewis, Josephine Fellig, Melikor Felix, or however that's pronounced, Walter Meichenhaus, another German last name, Jean M. Condren, Leo Condren, Francis M. William, Catherine Williams, George M. Williams, Patrick Walsh, Eleanor Walsh, Joseph Fullweiler, Emmanuel Fullweiler, I'm going to get ready to wrap this one up in the next minute or two. Fullweiler family. Baumgardner family, another German last name. Mary Trentman. You can see this section is probably pretty old. A lot of these graves date back to the late 1800s. So I'm not sure what the cemetery would have been called before it was Calvary, because it looks like it was probably something else before that. Hellreich or Helfrich family. But anyway, that's going to be it